Will the Christian be here at that point where Christ says to the hearer of his gospel, he that endures to the end shall be saved? What if I don't make it to the end? Can I be saved? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So endurance is required for Christ's gospel, because shall be saved is a prophecy. But where's my salvation if I can't endure? Is my endurance required in the gospel that Paul preached? No, my endurance is not required. I won't even be here during that time period. I won't be here at the beginning of it. How it's not even possible to be here at the end of it. Christ is talking about the tribulation. But how do I know that I'll be here during the tribulation? How do I know that I'll endure the tribulation? There are no promises. The wrath of God will be inflicted on the earth for the whole 7 years. Where's the guarantee that I won't die in the wrath? There's no guarantee. So to place your faith in the gospel that Jesus preached is to pridefully say, oh, I know I'm going to be here for the entire 7 years and that the wrath of God won't take me out. Like the Bible tells us that it will. Half of Earth's population midway through the trumpet judgments. Midway through the trumpet judgments, half of the earth will be decimated. To say that you'll be here in the end and that you'll endure until the end is literally the most prideful thing that anyone could ever utter from their mouths. You're saying, I got what it takes to circumvent God's wrath. I know that 100-pound hailstones will fall from heaven, but I'm swift enough to dodge those hailstones burning with sulfur and fire and brimstone from heaven. That's pride that would allow an individual to say that he knows that he can endure to the end of God's wrath. Right? So those are the conditions of the gospel that Christ preached. So they're not the same, sir. That 7-year tribulation, when he says he that endures to the end of what? To the end of the tribulation. Will the Christian be here? No, he will not. He'll be gone before the tribulation starts. So you can't necessarily say that, well, you can't say at all that the gospels are the same unless your perspective is from the preaching perspective of it at all. But as a minister, I'm not merely concerned with the preaching part. I'm also concerned with the hearing part, because hearing is conducive to faith. Without hearing, there is no faith, according to Romans 10:17. So there's a speaker and a hearer. The minister who was called by God will take into perspective both points of contact, the preaching and the hearing.